Hi everyone, I hope you all had a great weekend. Today we are going to be starting our new story on page 441 called Ecology for Kids, written by Federico Arana. Our essential question is, why is it important to be informed about what is happening in our world? So as we read this, let's think about, why is it so important for us to know about what is happening in our world? And this week on Wednesday, it is actually Earth Day. So, this is a really perfect time for us to read more about our Earth and to learn more about it in different ways how we can help to protect it. This is also an informational text, so let's pay attention to those graphic features and text features like headings, photographs, and captions that are going to better help us to understand the story. So, page 442, Ecology. What does the word ecology mean? The term was invented by Ernst Haeckel, a German biologist. He joined two Greek words, oikos meaning house and logi meaning the study of. Together they mean the study of the house. The house Haeckel had in mind is our planet, Earth. Earth is home for all living things, human, animals, plants, fungi, and even tiny microbes. To study a house is to learn how its residents use it. An ecologist is a scientist who studies the relationships between organisms and their environment. The environment is an organism's surroundings. It may include water, gases, rocks, and temperature. Ecologists also study the delicate balance of using the environment while protecting it. An ecologist once asked a boy what he thought it meant to protect the environment. The boy said, "You go into the forest and look for somebody who wants to cut down a tree. You take away his axe. You tell him about how important trees are. You say they are good for natural beauty, saving soil, putting oxygen into the air, and giving shelter to birds and other animals. Trees give us resources and natural beauty." Page 443. Good answer, said the ecologist, but it may not be easy to find a woodcutter to talk to. Also, remember that sometimes it's necessary to cut down a tree. If we cut down too many trees, the forest will disappear. If we don't cut down any trees, we won't get any resources from the forest. We have to find the right balance. I get it, the boy said. We need the forest resources for wood and paper, or we might not have desks or notebooks for school. Exactly, and school is a good place to learn about ecology, added the ecologist. Then you will know how to protect the natural environment. Page 444, Ecosystem. Scientists call Earth and its surrounding atmosphere the biosphere. To study it, they divide it into parts called ecosystems. An ecosystem is a natural area where groups of living and non-living things interact with their environment. Forests, lakes, swamps, and deserts are all examples of ecosystems. One ecosystem and the organisms that live in it may depend on other ecosystems. For example, a bear that lives in a forest might use a lake to find fish to eat and water to drink. In the same way, the problems of one ecosystem often directly affect the organisms of other ecosystems. Take, for example, the problems of the tropical rainforest. This bear relies on two different ecosystems. Page 445, Destruction of the Forest. 4 of Earth's 7 continents have traces of what used to be vast tropical forests. Now, these forests are gone. How did they disappear? A large part of the forest was cut down to clear lands for farming. This caused problems. The layer of soil upon which a forest rests is thin. Without deeply rooted trees, the soil is washed away by rain. Soon, nothing remains but dry, sandy soil in which very little can grow. Without plants to eat, animals must leave their habitats. Huge amounts of oxygen are also lost. The Amazon rainforest alone is thought to produce 1/3 of the oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. In addition, many forest plants are used to produce medicines. Preserving the rainforest is important to all living things. Clearing a tropical forest can create problems for the world. Page 446, An Ocean of Resources. The sea is another ecosystem to be both used and protected. The sea covers 4/5 of Earth's surface. It is an amazing world filled with a huge variety of creatures. These creatures include fish, crabs, jellyfish, corals, sponges, clams, snails, and algae. Marine mammals, such as dolphins and whales, spend their whole lives in the sea. Other mammals, including seals, walruses, and polar bears, live near the sea and spend much of their time in it. The sea turtle and some birds, such as penguins, spend most of their lives at sea. Scientists are still discovering a new species of sea life. The sea is home to an amazing variety of creatures. Page 447. Fish is an important food resource. The sea provides 50 million tons of fish each year. However, overfishing, harvesting too many fish, has put some species in danger. Ecology can show people how to fish responsibly. Learning about ocean animals and their relationships to their environment can help prevent their loss. With this information, fishing can be banned where necessary. People can use the correct nets to keep from trapping young fish and other sea animals. The sea brings us other kinds of riches as well. It offers salt, iron, and copper. Fossil fuels such as petroleum and natural gas can be found beneath the sea. The sea is used to transport people and goods. Thanks to the power of tides, the sea is also a promising source of new energy. We should use these resources while protecting the sea. Page 448, The Protective Ozone Layer. Another important part of Earth's biosphere is the atmosphere. This is the blanket of air covering Earth. Part of the atmosphere is the ozone layer. It protects us from the sun. The sun's light lets us see and is needed for growth. Its heat controls the temperature of Earth. All living things need the sun's light and heat to live and grow. The sun also produces powerful radiation, including X-rays, ultraviolet rays, and microwaves. If the ozone layer were to disappear, Earth would receive too many of these harmful rays. This would hurt all living things. People have banned the use of chemicals that can weaken the ozone layer. By thinking ecologically, we can safely use the sun's resources. The ozone layer protects the Earth from the sun's harmful rays. Page 450. How can you protect Biosphere Earth? One important way to protect the environment is to help stop pollution. Here are a few ideas. Put trash in its place. Trash does not belong in the streets, the rivers, or the oceans. Trash and other kinds of pollution harm all living things. Use solar-powered clocks and calculators when you can. If you use battery power, recycle used batteries. When you leave a room, turn off the light. When you are not using televisions, radios, and computers, turn them off too. That way, your family will use less electricity and will save money. A clean environment is everyone's responsibility. Page 451. Save water in every way you can. Take short showers. Turn off the water while you brush your teeth. If a faucet is dripping, ask an adult to fix it. Finally, remember that many people make mistakes because they don't know about ecology and pollution. Instead of getting mad, teach them. You will help make a better environment for yourself and for your children.